Saying goodbye to our good friends on SV Sand Dollar would have been tough if we didn't have plans to meet again. We've made such good friends on this adventure, and Tom and Anita are no different. But now it was time to open the sails and let the winds take us south.
We're sailing, buddy. How you doing? I'm not taking a picture, Trev. I'm videoing.
I thought you were taking a picture.
How you doing, Mom?
Good, besides the fact that I just completely ruined our video camera.
Yeah. Ready?
Tack! Me and Brittany were sitting on the bow, which is super, super cool. And we got like this cruise ship coming by, or not a cruise ship, it was like a cargo ship.
We were going into the ocean, right?
Yes, we were going into the ocean and came by and huge swells, and wakes from the boat. And so we were like, oh, this would be super cool to film. And so Brittany was like, yeah. And she stepped the camera like a little bit off the boat, unexpectedly knowing that the boat was going to go down into the water a little bit. And the camera got dunked. But it's okay because we've been wanting a new one.
Did it work anymore after that?
No, she pulled it out and we were like, and we heard it, and it stopped.
Died on us. Did you think Dad was going to be mad?
I didn't think he was going to be angry. I thought he was going to be like, oh, that sucks.
I saw it happen, and Trev's like, they dumped the camera out, and he goes, you think it's ruined? I was like, yeah, that thing's done. Tell me how it felt to be out there in the open ocean, and because you guys remain in the helm, each of you.
It was fun. Very interesting and fun and rocky. The only thing was that when I was manning the helm, steering the boat, I was stressed out because it was really rocky.
Yeah.
You were on a beam reach the whole time. And then, what did you guys think of tacking?
That was cool. It was easy. Person on the helm says prepare to tack, and then person on port would say ready, the person on starboard would say ready, and then they'd say tack. I have to turn the helm to a certain way to make the arrow, if it's pointing to the 9 on this side, I have to make it go all the way around to point to the 9 on the other side.
So you're switching the wind direction past the bow,
yeah.
right?
And then they pull the lines, so the whole jib sheet, or the whole jib sail goes and turns to the other side of the boat. Winching it, that was cool. It's kind of hard sometimes, but it's cool. I still got it. I burnt myself on the side of the boat a little bit ago.
Yeah.
It's healing.
Right, but where's the next map?
How was it?
It was fine. At first it was nerve-wracking, but after a while I was frustrated with the pulley, you know.
One of the largest items our kids wanted to cross off their bucket list this summer was to climb the mast. We were all happy to do just that while Dad took breaks from his long hours pounding away at the spinnaker halyard, which got, and unfortunately still is, stuck. We are halfway between Jacksonville Beach and our next stop, St. Augustine. We just woke up from anchoring, beautiful anchorage. We noticed that our engine was steaming a little bit, so we're kind of babying her. We're motor sailing right now, and we're happy we're going to St. Augustine because there's lots of boat shops and we can obviously get it looked at. We're still making good headway. We're doing about 5 to 6 knots, so we're happy with that. What do you like better now that you've anchored, been on a mooring ball, and in the marina?
I like marinas the best because you can just walk right off onto the dock. I like anchors secondly because you're in the middle of nowhere. No one knows where you are. And then I like mooring balls third because when you jump off the boat you can hit it and it gets in the way and it scratches up the boat.
So we just got to St. Augustine and we were trying to make our way through the mooring field, which is very confusing. They had to put us all the way at the opposite end, the south end, that we were coming in, and apparently it's really shallow. Their directions were not the most direct, so we tried to follow them the best that we could. Anyway, we hit the ground a little bit, but thankfully we have Towboat US, the gold package, so they will tow us out to deeper water for free. We're gonna attempt this again. So, how was our experience with the towboat?
That was pretty easy.
Yeah. What did we find out?
Well, that when you tell a woman to stay to the right of buoys, you want to be more clear. You want to say stay to the right of all the buoys, because what they'll do is they'll go around the right of one buoy and then turn into it.
He just happened to give me the helm at the worst possible time.
That is not true.
It's true.
We were in the middle of the channel. All I said was keep it in the channel. You turned into the sandbar. Lesson learned. When you start hitting the ground, what do you need to do?
Turn off, put the boat in neutral immediately.
Immediately, yeah. We weren't even that far on the ground, but it stuck. We have Towboat US, Boat US tow, whatever. We got the gold package. It's like, I forget, it's $200 or $300 a year. But we asked the guy, hey, what's that really include? Because you know, you read the pamphlet, whatever. It was actually really good. They'll go like 75 miles out in the ocean and get you and bring you all the way in. They'll take you from port to port, anywhere inland 25 miles. Other cool things, if you run aground and then they come get you, and then you run around again, they'll come get you again and again without charging you. And some places do that if you run aground more than once in one day. Also, they'll come escort you if you want. So if you need to get through an inlet, like the St. Augustine Inlet, which we chose not to navigate in because of all the stories and stuff about it being really sketchy, they will come out and they'll escort you all the way in, which is really cool. And it's all part of your package. So the experience of it was good. It probably took them about a half an hour to come get us, but it was great.
Mooring at the St. Augustine Municipal Marina located next to the Bridge Alliance has been awesome. We moored and our fun began immediately, kicking off the 4th of July weekend. There is so much to do in this historical town. If you ever get the chance, do come. You'd never believe this, but our kids had yet to tour Ripley's Believe It or Not, so what better place to do it than here? They even got me to do the old two-way mirror trick. We spent days relaxing, having picnics in the park, and letting our little guys run free, which is awesome when you're on a boat all the time. Snuck away from the kids. We gave them money for them to go shop. So Trev, what are you about to do before we watch the fireworks show?
While these people sit here nice and cozily, I'm gonna jump in some freezing cold water with our friend Maury here. I'm gonna put our SB Lazy Gecko sticker on.
How you doing, Jess? From all the rocking.
I'm going to throw up. I'm actually debating whether it should be on camera or not, but I'm ready to go over.
So this is your first time watching the fireworks from a boat, right?
Yes.
We did it on the Sea Ray, right?
I don't think so.
Then yes.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. These are the days of the open highway. These are the nights of the cloudless sky. These are the times that we've always longed for, in our hearts and in our minds.
Next time on the Lazy Geckos. We explore more of St. Augustine, Florida by taking you through the town.
My life for days like these, oh.
We tour Fort Clench, which holds a huge amount of this city's history. Then we discover a world full of yumminess at the chocolate factory, where we indulge in many different kinds of chocolate while we get behind the scenes in all of this deliciousness. After that, it's time to cruise down the coast, where we just happen to find our own private beach, and we get personal with some sea life. If you just happen to enjoy our videos, then please check us out on Patreon. We can't forget about our PayPals, as we greatly appreciate all of our donations. And don't forget to check us out on Vimeo for all of our uncensored video footage.
Everything